Bruh, Umar Johnson been out here talking like he the King Kong of consciousness for years. Collected a whole 1.6 million off folks, swore up and down this school was going to be the revolution, all black everything, no white dollars, no outside influence. Now look at him. Can't even cover a 75K tab.
So that was a lie.
The city said, nah, we taking that back, and they throwing this so-called dream school on the auction block. And the wildest part, the first dude in line to buy it ain't no supporter, it's a white supremacist. Yeah, a straight up racist talking about turning Umar's Pan-African Academy into a giant toilet.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
You can't make this up, bro. This is past embarrassing. This is nightmare fuel.
Embarrassing.
Now let's break this down because the math don't lie. Umar raised 1.6 million from the people. Cool. He drops about 400K to buy the building. Fine. That still leaves him sitting on around $1.2 million to fix it up, handle taxes, cover fees, whatever. So why is he out here crying broke over a 75K bill? Like, bro, that's pocket change compared to what you said you had. His excuse? Oh, my bank account's frozen.
So that was a lie.
Man, stop it. Nobody's buying that. You mean to tell me you had 1.2 million and somehow, some way, it all vanished, and now you can't pay less than 10% of that to keep your so-called academy alive? Nah, that don't add up. People got questions, and honestly, they should. See, Umar ain't just say this was a school. He sold a whole movement. He told folks it was going to be for black folks, by black folks, no white money allowed, no white kids allowed, strictly Pan-African, strictly black boys, period. He painted the whole building in red, black, and green like a flag come to life, slapped revolutionary names on the gym, Nat Turner this, Jean-Jacques Dessalines that. He even got on camera calling himself the King Kong of consciousness.
I'm the King Kong consciousness because I do the work, family. This the Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines gymnasium. I said, this the Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Nat Turner gymnasium. Who pulling up? Who pulling up? One-on-one midnight basketball with the queens. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. $100 gets you a one-on-one basketball game at midnight with the prince inside of the Turner Dessalines. I'm just kidding. Look at the melanin drip. Look at the melanin drip. Y'all see the melanin dripping? Do y'all see the oh, look at the melanin. The dark cashew. Look at the dark cashew revolutionary African brown. The melanin. It's Leo season every day. It's Leo season every day.
And fam, he wasn't just preaching education. He was selling culture, identity, revolution. That's why so many people threw money at him. They thought this was going to be history in the making. A school built out of pride, struggle, and self-determination. But now, all that symbolism looking like straight decoration. Because if you can't even pay the light bill, what's the point of painting walls? And here's where it gets straight disrespectful. The city's about to auction Umar's so-called school in 8 days. 8 days. And guess who's first in line to buy it? Not a community leader, not an investor who cares about education. Nah, it's a racist white dude. This man said with his whole chest, he's going to scoop the builder for cheap, bulldoze it, and then hire a broke black sculptor to build a giant toilet on top of the rubble.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Buying Dr. Umar Johnson's former school that he was going to turn into an academy over 10 years ago, and he raised $1.2 million. He bought the building for $400,000, and I'm going to buy it for $300,000 because of all the back stuff and the neglect. It's actually worth a lot less than that. We're going to lowball him a little more. After that, we're going to knock that thing clear to the ground and just kind of make a mountain out of the rubble itself. We're going to throw dirt over that rubble. And then on top, we're going to get a black sculptor that's down on his luck, and he's going to create a massive toilet. And we're going to pay him. We're going to pay him good, and we're going to pay him cash. But he's going to sculpt a big, huge toilet.
A toilet, bruh. That's the level of trolling Umar done brought on himself. Think about that. Umar sold people a dream of Pan-African revolution, and now a white supremacist might be the one to own that property, just to clown him forever. You can't script irony this brutal. Bruh, just picture it. Umar out there burning sage on live streams, praying to ancestors in the parking lot, telling folks this was sacred ground. He done had whole speeches about how the spirits was blessing the school like it was destiny. And now that same building might end up in the hands of a white supremacist who literally wants to turn it into a toilet. Like, how you go from Nat Turner vibes to Home Depot bathroom fixture energy?
How, Sway?
That's insane. And the worst part, folks ain't even trolling out of nowhere. They asking a legit question. Where did the $1.6 million go? He had more than enough to cover this, but somehow it's all smoke and excuses now. That's what's really embarrassing. It ain't just failure. It's failure with no receipts. Now, some folks out here talking like, yo, maybe somebody else got to step up and buy this spot just so it don't fall in the racist hands. And I get it. But let's be real. That's a mess too. Because this whole situation, that's on Umar's ego. Man didn't want to partner with nobody, didn't want to build a team, said he had it all under control. Only thing he needed was your money. But this is what happens when you run a one-man show with millions in donations. No board, no oversight, no accountability. Just vibes and speeches. Now he's looking like the dude who fumbled the bag. And the whole community about to pay the price for his pride.
And here's how you know it's bad. His own peers starting to laugh at him. Tariq Nasheed, dude been quiet for years, never really roasted Umar heavy, always kind of sidestepped it. Now he's straight up throwing dirt on the grave. Like, told y'all this school was never going to open. That's the equivalent of your homie who never talks trash finally saying, yeah, bro, you cooked.
And the first thing I want to discuss, family, Umar Johnson. We got to discuss Dr. Umar Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. The Prince of Pan Pizza, as I called him. And I'm not here to roast him. I'm not gonna roast like I used to do back in the day. I used to roast very hard on Umar. I used to call him the Prince of pot pies, the Prince of pepper steaks, the Prince of peach cobbler. I'm not going to do that. I've been trying not to do that. I've been trying to take the high road. And I'm not going to dogpile on him because he's going through a lot. And Brother Umar is going through a lot, and it's kind of sad. But I got to address what's going on with the FDMG Academy. That school that he's been talking about building has been having trouble for a couple of decades, damn near. When I had a beef with Umar almost a decade ago, I told people the school was never going to open. I told people, I wasn't being mean-spirited, but I told people then that school is never going to open, and it's been teetering along, and he's been fundraising for it, and the open dates kept getting pushed back, and it's been a mess. And then Umar's going through things with these women he's dealing with these strange women, these older women, and they're calling him out, and God damn.
If Tariq, a dude who been biting his tongue this long, is now clowning you, that's rock bottom. Thing is, this ain't just some new drama. This FDMG school been a soap opera for almost a decade. Every year was the same cycle: fundraising, hype speeches, new promises, then delays, excuses, and nothing to show for it. People been calling it from the jump. Yo, this school ain't never opening. And year after year, Umar just kept moving the goalposts, adding the scandals, the messy situations with women, the bad press. Bro been juggling fires for years. So when folks say this was inevitable, low-key, they not wrong. This ain't some random downfall. This been brewing since day one. Here's another thing nobody want to gloss over. How was Umar even living? Because during the pandemic, he wasn't out here doing speaking gigs. He don't got no YouTube channel bringing in money. He don't got a business anybody knows about. So where the income at? How you feeding yourself, paying bills, holding it down when the whole world was shut down? The only money people do know about is that 1.6 million raised for the school.
Y'all know what's going on. And so do I.
So of course the question pops up. Did he dip into the donation pot just to fund his lifestyle? Because if you the only one in charge of the bag, no board, no accountability, ain't nobody checking you. And that's the scary part.
You don't know if the money's going to the mission or going to the man. Even Wack 100 jumped in on this. And say what you want about dude, but he ain't wrong here. He broke it down. Umar never had a real team. No financial structure, no board, no accountability. Just him playing boss with other people's money. And here's the kicker. When you dealing with donations, especially if you calling it a nonprofit, you got to show receipts. If that money ain't being spent on education like you promised, you not just sloppy, you might be criminal.
It was. I said where he fell short is he didn't have his proper team. He didn't have the proper financing. And when he went to get it, he was trying to get his financing out doing his speakings. But at the end of the day, people are going to come to the table and they're going to ask, what's your plan of action? Okay, what is this supposed to lead to? Is it government funding going to come from this? What's what? Are you looking for what? We just going to spend $1 million a year teaching the kids to do what and what comes from what? Who's going to pay? I mean, what we doing? He ain't had them answers. Yeah, but yet some people probably was donate money. And if that is a 501(c) set up for educational school programs, and the money that came in wasn't getting spent on educational school programs, then he might have an issue. Freezing this,
Yeah, because he got to show all of that, Wack. He got to.
freezing his account is just like the first phase of it. That's what I said in the beginning when he was like, sure. I said, bro, it's like he's trying to create an anti-American society, but yet you're not gonna get the real support unless you just got some type of I don't know what he needed, because you would have to have somebody come to the table that's saying, all right, we're with that movement. But then those very people gotta be self-sustained, because majority of people conducting business, they conducting business with everybody. I didn't get where he was going with that. You know what I'm saying? So I already know. I didn't been in them type of situations where, you know what I'm saying, they gonna ask you, where's this, where's that? Where's this, where's that? I'm gonna wait. Come on, just go ahead. Where's this, where's that? If you ain't got the answer, but you straight up, they not.
That's why big dogs like LeBron or anybody with real bread would never cut Umar a check. Because the second they ask for a business plan, financials, a roadmap, and all Umar got is a Pan-African speech about black boys with ADHD, they walking out the room. No investors giving you millions just off lives, bro. And here's something that should have been checked before a single dollar got raised. The whole concept wasn't even legal. Umar kept saying this school was only for black boys. Bruh, in America, you can't do that. You can't build a school and then deny kids based on race. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Even if you somehow got the doors open, accreditation would never fly. Parents ain't sending their kids to a school where the diploma don't count. Like, imagine a white dude standing up saying, I'm opening the school for white boys only. We burn that down instantly. Same rules apply. Segregation is segregation. Umar either didn't know or didn't care, but that made the whole project dead on arrival. So now the big debate was Umar really scamming, or was he just chasing a dream that could never exist in the first place? Because let's be real, even if every penny was spent right, the school was designed to fail. A black boys only academy in America, that's like running straight into a lawsuit. There's no way you get accreditation. No way you survive the first troll who applies just to sue. So was Umar pocketing cash on purpose, or was he just incompetent, trying to run $1 million project with zero structure, zero plan, zero clue? Either way, it ends in the same place. $1.6 million gone and nothing to show but painted walls and broken promises.
That you got to see if the school board going to accept his classes and like really accredit the kids. Because who want to send their kids to a school where they ain't getting credit for the first, second, third for their grade?
Exactly. And I don't think it was going to be accredited because I will have to look it up, but I don't think it's legal to have an all black school. Like, I don't know.
And it's only supposed to be for young boys.
I don't know. Is it? I know they got boys' schools and girls' schools. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's legal. Nah.
yeah. We had one
I
here.
don't
Remember?
know. I'm gonna be real. No, because see, this what we got up. We watched a nigga die to kill the all white school. Segregation is segregation. You motherfucker segregation. For you to say this is an all white school, that's segregation.
Yeah, we've been in an uproar if
There
that
ain't no
happened.
difference. No.
That's Brown versus Board of Education. You can't segregate the school black, white, then different.
You cannot segregate no school. You can in
You could
America.
have it, but it's not going to be accredited. That's the thing.
In America, I
You
ain't got to
can't
Google that shit.
you can't say it's
Segregation
segregated, but you
is
can do things the
segregation.
red line.
That's the case. Everything we said they was doing to us, we trying to do to them.
No, what about the Jews? Don't the Jews got their own school?
They
The
might,
who? They might. They
but you
might, but
can't.
it's probably in form of a private school.
Mhm.
Man, at this point, it really feels like $1.6 million just flushed straight down the drain. And for what? No school, no classes, not even accreditation on paper. Just a painted building about to get auctioned off.
You're broke. You're poor.
Honestly, Umar might need to stop playing savior, own up, apologize, and yeah, maybe even sit down for that jail time if it come to that. Because this project is cooked. Time to let it go. But here's the question, fam. Do y'all think Umar was running a scam from day one? Or was he just in over his head with a dream that was never possible? Drop it in the comments. I really want to know what y'all think. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.